Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with meteorologist Cameron Landfield.
Good morning, everybody. We're going to see a transition in the weather for today, but that starts with a sort of moist morning. In fact, it's going to be moist for a lot of the day, and that's a part of why we have some potential chances for a few showers. But we'll start you off with a look out over downtown Eugene, and it looks like most of the fog out there has cleared. I think we'll still see a return to some more patchy fog later into the morning, though, because we still have high pressure overhead building, in addition to a lot of saturated streets from the rainfall yesterday. And that actually brings me to the next point here: relative humidity and dew point. Well, dew point for now, but essentially what I'm trying to portray is that we have a lot of moisture close to the surface right now. The closer you are to your dew point, the wetter it is, essentially, and the more saturated the air is. So these high dew points, or relatively high because they're in the 40s, do suggest that areas like Cresswell and Roseburg, where we saw some of the worst fog, are pretty wet. And keep that in mind, because that means that there is moisture lingering close to the ground. So I've shown you this before, I'll show you it again. What does that mean for today? Well, if we see any cloud breaks that bring additional sunshine into the area, that's going to further heat up this sort of moist layer we still have next to the ground. And that is going to make an unstable situation because it's still cold in the upper atmosphere. So we might end up with some pop-up showers if we see enough of that sunshine shining down and heating things up. And that's what looks like happens as we get into the afternoon. Now, through the morning hours, 8 a.m. here, we're just seeing a bit of potential lingering showers for Corvallis. Heads down towards more into the Eugene area as we get into 10:30. But this is what I want you to pay attention to. These little cells here, I think those are going to be a result of some breaking sunshine. Same thing with going on here towards Corvallis at 3 o'clock in Coos Bay. I think that's just because some of that lingering humidity down close to the surface. But for the most part, you can see we do have sunshine as we get into about the 5 o'clock hour. Well, right, of course, before the sun does set. Now, there is snow in the higher elevations as well for today, but this is the entirety of the accumulations for today, and you can see it's very low. So not a lot of snow, but still falling. 7-day forecast shows you 58 on the coast for today. We do heat up through Thursday, and then rainfall takes over Friday all the way through into Monday. And that's the case everywhere. Same thing for the Umpqua Basin, 55 for today. More fog for tomorrow. Maybe some frost coming up tomorrow morning too. Cascade Passes, seeing that snowfall above 4,000 feet, like I said, but very little accumulations, 54 for today in the Willamette Valley. But now,